Oh, sorry. Got a small case of hoiitis. It's where for the last 5-7 years I've been playing Hard Survive 4 for non-stop. Hello, my gravy Timmies, and welcome back to Hard Survive 4 focuses that nobody does because they kind of suck. And today we're back with another juicy one that I wanted to test out for a while now, but I never really see anybody talk about. But before we get into that, here's a quick word from today's sponsor. That's right, today's sponsor, Surfshark VPN. It's a brand new year, and why not treat yourself by protecting yourself? Surfshark VPN comes with a variety of different features, like their Clean Web tool, which will scan any website you go on for any malicious content out there to harm you. And of course, being a VPN service, with one click of a button, you can change your location and access region-locked content that may not be available in your area. And with over 3,200 servers in 100 different countries, you can click your way across the globe pretty easy. And with Surfshark VPN, you only need one login for all of your separate devices, so no need for multiple accounts or subscriptions, just the one login. So go ahead, get started with Surfshark VPN today. Protect your online identity and your security, and access all of that delicious content you aren't able to normally. So go ahead, get started today by clicking my link down below, and of course you will get 83% off and 3 extra months for free. And if for whatever reason you are not happy with your Surfshark VPN subscription, you have a 30-day money back guarantee. And once again, as usual, thank you very much Surfshark VPN for sponsoring the video. Get started today by clicking that link and using my code down below. Wow! Italy. Even the name sounds fancy smancy. Something that a man from Milan would get angry at if you pronounced it wrong. Like Ian. And obviously I have covered quite a bit on the Italian focus tree. It's quite good. I like it a lot. It's probably now one of the best focus trees in the game. And obviously with a extensive and fun focus tree with so much going on, why would you ever go democratic? To which we actually have 2 different paths for going democratic Italy. We can either revoke the Acerbo law and get a monarchist faction into the democracy, or you can go 5 miles over here and do Italian socialism, which sounds a lot more interesting. Well, I say it sounds more interesting, I just haven't done it before, whereas the monarchist one, it does just take you down to Mare Nostrum, which I've already done. Alright, so to unwrangle the spaghetti, as they say in Italy, first off, we're gonna have to do not so well in Ethiopia. We can still do this if we do well in Ethiopia, but I'm just gonna lose it just for the funsies. Mostly because it gets the ball rolling a lot quicker. So just come home, boys, we're leaving. There you go, with a click of a button, we are out of there. So I actually got both of these pop up at the same time, but we're gonna pick the one that completes the Abyssinian fiasco. And before you ask already, no, you can't do both of the focuses because I already tried it. Now you could just do struggling Ethiopia as well, it doesn't matter, you can still do everything over here, but if you actually do the Abyssinian fiasco, you can actually get a bit more of a buff to your civil war, which you would have seen during my communist Italy playthrough. Go watch. That's right, boys, come back defeated. The world is laughing at us once again because we are Italian. Yeah, you don't even have to do this part up here. You could technically just go straight down to defy the Duki himself, and that would put you straight in the Civil War, but yeah, this is an option too, I suppose. And remember, dear viewer, if you too are hiding your horrible bald head under a hat, to hit the like and subscribe button, because at blah 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 subscribers we'll be doing an Outlanded playthrough. Feel free to hit the sub button, hit the sub button, hit the sub button, hit the sub button. Did I ever mention before how subtle I am? Alright, so there are 2 options here. One of them is wrong and one of them is right. We are going to pick the right option, because I'm not sure if you've ever really seen the layout of the states that are down in Italy, but it just so happens to be that all the industry is pretty much up up here in the north, so why would you ever pick the south? Alright, and because we are going Italian socialism, we don't really need to bother freeing Jabba the Nut over here, and literally no point, we're not going communist, but we can defy the Duchy himself right now and go straight into our civil war. Because we've done the prerequisite focus up here, we will be guaranteed to get the north in the start of the war. And yeah, we can do the People's Revolution or Liberty. Let liberty reign. Wow. Communists detected in spaghetti plant. Hey, the war's kicked off and we immediately want to start running for what we can. It's also good to just get the Navy somewhere where their Navy isn't going to blow it up, because we'd prefer to keep the rest of our Navy intact. Right, so the most important thing you do is immediately just rush down these two ports here and split Piedmont off, otherwise you get a split front and that is not very fun. That means you can just focus going straight down in Italy, and because you get yourself one giant air zone over all of Italy, things get very easy than rather having to move some over here, because you don't really have a lot of planes. So another cool thing is make sure you do this. If you don't do this, you're a very, very silly boy, because it just gives you a whole bunch of research, whole bunch of equipment, and 4 railway guns. So yeah, why not? And there you go, I just encircled their entire army in pure Italian fashion right there. Yeah, you can't really call the Italians bad at war if they are in fact winning and also losing at the same time. It's actually much better to like leave them alive than kill them, but I'm still going to kill them. There they blow. There you go, Italian civil war done and dealt with, and now we are a beautiful almost democracy. And we still love Albania, apparently. Alright, so you have the option of crushing the mafia, which seems like the smart thing to do, or cooperating with the mafia, which, yep, that's a lot of bad things. But the good thing about it is we get something down here called Mafia Abroad, which gives rise to the Italian mafia in a few other countries, so I'm going to do that. Here's a little helpful tidbit, by the way. If you're ever wondering how to select your navy through like this, you see I did select my navy. If you actually control drag and do that, there you go. Don't say I don't tell you nothing, Timmy. Now you have to hit the like and subscribe button, by the way, that's my payment. So we have 2 leaders to pick from here. We've got Ferruccio Pari or Ivano Bologna. And I think we're going to go with the bottom one, just because he gives consumer goods, stability, and political advisor costs. The rest of this stuff, yeah, I don't want that. Oh. In any other circumstance, I would assume that this guy was the villain. Because, you know, I just actually utilized the mafia there. Maybe I am the bad guy. Just realized I still own land over here. We just gave up a port to Ethiopia. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Oh, I guess I do have some stuff over here. I think we had this in the communist tree too, so I don't remember this doing anything good, but we'll look at that later. Instead, we now get a choice between going back into the Allies or doing our own thing. So obviously, I'm going to do my own thing. The only real thing about it is that if we do this, we don't really get much of an alliance. We get Switzerland and Spain, and I'm hoping if I do this, I can get dragged into the Spanish Civil War and save them, but I'm not entirely sure about that yet. The Free States of Europe, the greatest alliance that you have never heard of. It's me, Switzerland, and that little bit of Spain. I can't even join in to help them, but it was nice having them while we did, I suppose. It's okay though, because we have our own plan to liberate Spain. That is by getting ourselves a focus to declare war on all fascists, which is just the Germans and the Spanish at the moment. We don't get one on Japan. They're too far away. We are going to wait for them to destroy the anarchists up here, and then we'll go in, though. Speaking of which, that was literally like 2 seconds after I said that. So, yeah, in we go. All right, Switzerland, you're very much an eager beaver to get rid of that whole neutrality thing. Which a big, scary German tank volunteer. Now, you're going to have to go back to Germany very embarrassingly and explain how you lost to the Italians. Hey, okay, Spain's pretty garbage. That's why you want to get them as soon as you can, because they lose all their troops immediately after the Civil War. I don't know if I want to hold this land, though, or just make them a puppet. I'm probably just going to make them a puppet I think. I'm not sure if they'll get released though as like a reformed nation or whatever that thing is for democracy, so I'm just gonna take them directly and then release them. And then of course also steal whatever boats they got left over. There you go. Italy and Spain, a bit of a pain in your butt, but not mine. So in doing this focus down here, I have now guaranteed all the rest of the democracies in Europe, which is not a good thing because Germany declares war on these countries. But I really enjoyed that that whole Peacekeepers of Europe thing, which gives us a consumer goods factories negative for every country guaranteed up to a -5%. So I'm just gonna take it, and then I'll take the stab hits when I don't join their wars. Yeah, look at that. We're already up to -4% right there. That's pretty good. Well, there goes World War II, which I'm not a part of yet, and hopefully not for a while, but they are gonna, we're just gonna preemptively get rid of a few of these. Ireland wants to join the Free States of Europe. Well, sure thing, Ireland, get in here. Cool thing is, you get such a giant modifier to your democracy by doing the Peacekeepers of Europe stuff that you can't just get people in your faction. I've already got Bulgaria and Romania in, although I think Romania may just be about to leave. Interestingly enough, because Greece declares war on Albania if you just don't get involved, Albania has now called me in because I guaranteed them, which yeah, I might get involved with. Actually, you know what? I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna delete my army, and then does that mean, yep, I can up my conscription, which is what I am going to do because I desperately need it. And then I'll just let all of my alliance members just deal with this. I think they should be fine. Hopefully. Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing. I'm also gonna call, oh, everyone's already in. Okay, my Peacekeepers of Europe have assembled. Well, like the Avengers, except Balkan. Right, they actually did it. I did have to naval invade Crete for them to end the war, though, but that was no problem at all. Now, what the AI is actually gonna do here is, yep, they're gonna do that. Okay, wonderful, guys. Oh, I guess we did keep the peace in Europe, and Greece is still alive, and they will never mess with me again. Alright, but more importantly, I was going down my focus tree and doing the Ethiopian question. Sorry, for a second there, I got a little goofy. So we did the new colonial policy and the Ethiopian question, which Ethiopia said no to this one, which means I get a war goal on them. But I also did new colonial policies, which releases all of my colonies, which is fine for me. Didn't want them anyway, but I'm going to go to war with Ethiopia. Oh, yeah, and after our war with the Greeks, Romania has left us. Hold on a second. No, okay, I'm not, no, we're not doing as funny as it would be to get America in our faction. The problem with that is that they're at war with Japan, and all of my allies will get called into that war and immediately go to Japan. Oh. There they all go. Because I declared war on Abyssinia, or Ethiopia, sorry, the third Abyssinian war, by the way, because I called them in, because they're also at war with Ethiopia, yeah, they also immediately just went to war with Japan. So, thanks, Outer. Oh, and, well, I guess I'm also going to war with Japan, too. This is, in fact, very good for us, though, because now that we're all with a major faction, we can go ahead and do the second parts of all our tech trees, which will move us past a lot of equipment, and they may have changed this, but I'm pretty sure this gives you like the last yeah, advanced small airframe. Okay. Yeah, so now that we have the Super Aero, Super Mario, we can go down here and we can get a variant of a jet fighter. We can get a modern small airframe. Ooh, Ethiopia's capitulated, and that's what we're left with. Okay, so Paradox did get around to changing it. Now you actually have to research the tech before they give you the variant of it. Okay, thanks, Paradox. How dare you nerf my very overpowered strategy? But fair enough. Either way, the buffs you get from this are very much needed because, I don't know if you know, but if you haven't done Italy in the new DLC, yeah, you got a lot of stuff to fix. Plan so far is I've got mill access through China because they are also at war with Japan, if you did not know. And we're just gonna go ahead and do them a favor and get the Japanese kicked out of their country for them. So now that we've wiped them out of China very easily, I might add, we're just gonna go ahead and naval invade them very quickly before China gets the peace out option, because that'll make it a lot harder for us to naval invade. We're gonna have to take islands, yada yada yada. It looks like like they're already dead, I won't lie. Yep, I think that might be all she wrote. Alright, I don't know what to take. I have 236 points. How about North Korea? There you go. I have North Korea. And I guess we just we just left. They had so many points. Why didn't you take them? All right, okay, whatever. I also took a few Japanese boats. You know, a couple of good ones, I suppose. Nothing great. A few carriers. I don't even have planes to go on them, but it's something. Okay. Okay. German war machine.exe has stopped working. Well, good or bad news, depending on how you look at it. The Germans just declared war in Yugoslavia, which means technically, I think we're gonna have to get involved. But Switzerland, the mad lads, already they're pushing. Look at that, yeah. Swiss just don't give a damn. In they go. All right, Vichy France decides to join, which I guess is my time to shine. It's not really shining though, is it? I am glistening, though. Yeah, this is a very weak Germany, I do want to say. 1943 right now, this just ain't a good spot for them, I won't lie. Was it Italy that was secretly holding Germany up in all these playthroughs so far? You never know. Just realized somehow they stole North Korea from me. I don't even know how they did that. Oh, I do know how they did that. Okay, so Communist China declared war on Japan again, and they must have done the event piece out, which automatically freed Korea afterwards, and it didn't check if Japan even owned Korea. You know, I just want to say that I don't think the Axis did that well this game, but even more so, I don't think Romania did so well because they started on the winning side and then flipped to the wrong side. Hey, all I want to say is when Italy flips side, at least it goes to the winning one. Well, once again, I ain't got no damn points. I don't even... I'll take Corsica. They won't even let me take Corsica. Wait, Denmark wants Corsica? Once again, all I really managed to do was steal more navy that I don't need. Well, that was Democratic Italy. Didn't really do any expanding, but then again, Democratic Italy isn't really about expansion. It's more about the faction and creating the free states of Europe. Honestly, I don't think it's really that bad. It's definitely a different way of playing the game. I didn't even get through like half these focuses. I just realized there was so much like industry that I just didn't bother to do. I don't think it's the most fun Italian path, but I do think it's better than the communist one. You aren't really doing anything crazy, but you could start the war earlier with Germany, and I do think you probably could hold it very much without any trouble at all, especially if you get very lucky and get a Germany like I did in today's game, where they just didn't even bother trying. So if you haven't done a Democratic Italy, I definitely recommend giving it a shot. It's pretty fun. I'm not just saying that. I recommend it. This has the ISP seal of approval for terrible focus trees nobody does. But yes, little Timmy, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, hit the subscribe button down below, or you will be visited by the spaghetti man himself and he'll stare at you in your sleep. Until you come back and like the video. Oh yeah, also here's your yearly reminder that this island exists in Hoi 4 and nobody ever looks at it. Kagulian!